Clippers. Fred VanVleet gets his 21st start. Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam. They're the two. You can't.
No.
Players, situations, circumstances, coaching, very different. Shea up top. Toronto Raptors won the first meeting back on December 11th. As a loss on Thursday to Milwaukee ended a 10-game home winning streak as Serge Ibaka night. Here's Tobias Harris, and Harris attacking
the shoulder issue, and he struggled for a good part of the game last night. He wasn't himself.
No, he tied a season low with 7 points as Clippers lead by 1. Beverly on a handoff. Gilgeous-Alexander, count it. He scored under 20, and right after that's when the streak began. So it's been a long time, like 2.5 months, where his shooting's to. Your former assistant on the Canadian national team, Mike Malone, he represent Team LeBron, and count it, plus the Clippers small. The Raptors should have an advantage on the glass. Siakam, the three, and it's good. He was dealt to the Clippers for Miles Bridges and picks. Siakam has it swatted away by Harrell on the floor.
Got to be careful with him. Remember, big time with the Atlanta Hawks, you saw the Raptors. He lit the Raptors up.
Including in L.A. And there's VanVleet.
It reflects that, Matty. They get through those times, and the way to do it is to play great defense. And if you want to reference that Milwaukee win, nice Jans need no introduction to him. He's the guy that can come in and change the game quickly.
Boban Marjanovic checking in. Count it, 14. Gilgeous-Alexander sends it over to Marjanovic.
Don't get quiet on me now.
Here's Lou Williams, lays it up in 3 on this team that has more dramatic difference between. Here's CJ, double clutch 3 is good from each. Numbers in win versus losses then, Kyle.
He affects his team dramatically. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So is this guy.
All by Kawhi. Rebound for him in a row. Here's Norm now quickly into the front court. Raptors by 3. CJ got it.
From Detroit, and it's just a difficult task.
Greg Monroe's shot doesn't go. DeLon flying. Here's DeLon on a pull-up, grazes the front of the rim. Lead pass, Patrick Beverly. Count it.
And hit the old restaurants and on the circuit, so everybody's back in TO having a good time.
Yep. Norman with a runner.
Raptors showing a little bit of zone here.
Gilgeous-Alexander back on the court. Here's Harrell right down Bay Street.
Pretty much a non-shooter. You don't need to gamble. Play behind him.
Moose with the hammer.
I don't know. You're just not settling, or you're not trying to figure out what just happened on defense. You're like that. And again, it comes down to some execution. It talks about knowing where you do, run the floor, and spacing properly.
And they become more passive in doing that. And it's not just off of dead balls. You want to try to do it off makes or misses. That back-to-back jumpers now for Kawhi.
Back-to-back threes. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander in the end. Raptors started the second quarter on a 10-0 run. Here's Kawhi.
That's unfair. Kawhi Leonard in the paint. Oh, that's a nice stop right there. Look at that move.
And sticks it. And Gilgeous-Alexander has it blocked. Come quickly ahead. Kawhi, Danny. Alexander flies by. Serge in the 13th. That was against Washington. He was 2 of 3 from 3. They had 41 minutes of action in that 140. Tobias Harris with 5. Harrell 6. Beverly 5. Bradley 4. The starting 5.
I agree. Yeah, that's my point.
To the next, right?
Well, there were a couple of times, Giannis Antetokounmpo, a nice pass there from
Harrell. Yeah.
Well, what do you want him doing? Shooting the 3 or driving? And Siakam has the ability to make him do that.
And Tobias Harris, a good job by Serge Ibaka. Raptors 3-on-2 break on a pull-up 3, too strong. It's Serge. Great job by the big man.
Prime example why coaches don't mind that transition 3. Your guys are coming to the basket, long rebounds coming to you.
And Siakam. Gilgeous Alexander.
We continue from what?
Dwayne Casey yesterday talked about post-game. Gilgeous Alexander turns around, knocks
What
it.
you have to do with him, come get late game, just get out of his hands.
Here's Serge, and he drains it. He's got 11 on the season. In January, he averaged close to 16 points, better than 8 rebounds. And
Right in front of us, that's the second time.
here's Beverly in a 3. Replay.
That's right.
Kawhi now over to Van Vliet. Using the screen, gets into the paint. And Gilgeous Alexander driving. And the swat by Ibaka. The help coming. Off the miss, Fred. On the take, drive, kick. Oh, Kawhi wide open. Morning shoot around.
During the course of the season. Not for me, but for our guests.
Exactly. Here's Harris. Good contest.
There you go.
And a nice job by then in Atlanta, New York. The next time they leave town is to travel to Detroit in March. Knocked around, scooped up. Shea with it. Harris. Scott on the inside and a tough.
Adversity, that's to me that's incredible, and there's nothing to hang your head about. I mean, you're gonna go through all kinds of things, get your rhythm, and establish who you want to be going into the playoffs.
Here's Monroe driving
To the body on the finish.
Lou in a turnover off the fingertips of Boban. CJ lead pass. DeLon's got a dozen. Here's DeLon, stutter step move, sends it to OG. Screen set by Monroe, rolls, ball fake. There you go. And a no.
May pass, may pull up, and then just goes all the way.
Lou. And an bench has responded. Here's Greg. Monroe drills it.
No, he's such a good kid. He's a hard worker. He just needs to be on the floor. Needs to be with his teammates.
And good contest, but Lou Will still finds
And
it.
a million rumors. Yeah. As have the Raptors, for that matter.
Boban, nice touch by the big man, and it's a 20-point Raptors by 20. Van Vliet on the floor along with Patrick McCall. Miles Monroe at right. And it's an 18 in the fourth quarter. Here's CJ, turns, fires, drills it. About a game like today, you look at the starters, no Kyle Lowry, but Kawhi Leonard, 26 minutes. Toronto, McCall sends it back up top to Anunoby. Here's CJ. He's going to fire it, and it's good!
And 5 times, made 4.
4:22 to go. And Robinson, nice move. Conference team in the NBA. And they'll slice into the lead of Milwaukee in the East. Chris Boucher! Roughly.
Well,
Here's McCall with the.
You got the satellite feed to the walled neighborhood, so I don't know.
Here's Robinson. It rolls off of his foot, scooped back up. And he's going to try to go to work against Boucher.
Ooh, tough shot.
Good 18-point lead with 2:35 left. Here's Lloyd in the paint, driving. And
So who you taking, Matty?
I'd like to see the LA Rams win. There's a foul. Jordan Lloyd, the 3, no. Boucher, offensive glass. Good. And Chris Boucher on a Super Sunday, 121 to 103.
And how about the bench for the Toronto Raptors, Matty? 59 points in this game, giving everybody and Nick Nurse a big boost.
Yeah, no doubt. After a sluggish appearance at the end of the opening quarter, in the second quarter, certainly they came alive. And the impressive performances by C.J. Miles with 15 and DeLon Wright with 14. The Toronto Raptors come away with a victory here on Tangerine Raptors.